I'd like to tell you a story about an ordinary man. His name, Eratosthenes. He lived in the city of Cyrene in modern-day Libya. He had heard reports that two pillars in two cities in Egypt cast different shadows depending on the time of day. So he set out to answer a simple question. Why? He went to these cities to see the phenomenon firsthand, and he famously concluded that the only reasonable explanation was that the Earth was round. From subsequent trips, he accurately calculated the circumference of the Earth over 2,000 years before satellites and advanced measuring systems. He, like many others, took one of humanity's first steps and finally charted the unknown.
It's now a well-established fact that the Earth is round, but early human civilizations didn't have the luxury of satellites and spacecraft. All they had was their eyes and their imagination. The ancient Hebrew people of Mesopotamia had a triadic view of creation, placing heaven above the earth, and then Sheol, a kind of hell, below.
In ancient India, the Hindu people had a unique view of the cosmos. They imagined the world as sitting atop four great elements, themselves standing in a giant planet-sized cube floating in space. By the 16th century, the shape of the Earth had mostly been resolved, but people still taught that the sun revolved around a stationary Earth.
Enter Galileo Galilei. Born in 1564, he challenged the norm and backed a rather strange theory by Prussian astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus. It challenged the popular notion that the Earth was the center of all creation. This theory, called geocentrism, was backed by the Catholic Church, the rulers of much of southern Europe at that time. Galileo observed amazing sights through one of the first telescopes and concluded that the Earth and all the other planets went around the sun. Quickly, the church put him on trial for heresy because his radical and popular beliefs were beginning to raise dissent in the church and caused the higher-ups to get worried about the state and their power.
I often remember this simple anecdote. We're talking about the grand history of science and where it all began. The first humans were born into a world they did not know. They had to discover the majesty of nature for themselves, wary of this cruel, cruel earth. But every night, they would stand at the edge of their raised stony dens and look up at the stars. When you only have your mind for company and a blanket of black before you, there is no limit to what you